up guys, and welcome to another video. You can probably tell from the title of this video that today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 tips on how to be confident and how you can increase your confidence as well. I hope that in sharing these tips it can help you increase your confidence and feel more confident in your skin, because I think it's something that at the end of the day we all strive to want to feel and want to have, and everybody is entitled to that. Everyone deserves to live a life of love and abundance and feeling like they are enough and part of this world. Before we get into the video, I do want to give a quick shout out to Luisa for sponsoring this video, and I want to thank them for sponsoring because I've literally been eyeing their jewelry forever, and it's such a great honor to be able to be working with them in creating this video, and I highly encourage you guys to check them out. If you're unfamiliar with who Luisa is, they're a sustainable jewelry brand, and all of their jewelry is sourced from recycled materials. So they use recycled gold and silver to make a majority of their pieces, if not all of their pieces, I'm pretty sure. And they also use like sustainably sourced diamonds for like their more fine jewelry. I think the coolest part about their brand right now is that they are now completely carbon neutral. So they originally started out with that goal in mind, to be completely carbon neutral and to not leave a large carbon footprint on the planet, and they've actually fulfilled that goal, which I think is amazing. And now they're on the track to eventually have carbon neutral shipping. So all their shipping stuff will be recyclable and it'll be biodegradable, which I think is amazing for companies to start working towards more sustainable practices, not just in creating their product but also in getting the product to the customer. So I think that aspect of the company is also what I think is super amazing. Lately, some of the jewelry pieces that I've been obsessed with are these snake stud earrings. I'll probably show a close-up of them. They're so cute. I've just been loving them. To have something stylish and sustainable at the same time, I think is amazing. And prices on Luisa start at $39. Their designs are super cute, once again. My favorites are the ones I just mentioned, which are the snake studs and then also the Venus hoops. I find that their jewelry is also really customizable, so you can easily dress down in these and still look stylish, and also dress up if you're going for a more fancy look or if you're going out to dinner or to a party. These are definitely pieces that are really versatile in like how you choose to wear them. So that's another thing I really like about them. If you are interested in trying any of the pieces that I mentioned or just checking out their website in general, I will be leaving a link down below for you to get 10% off. And if you click that link and shop through it and then enter the code ZoeAlexis10 at checkout, you'll get 10% off your purchase. Thank you again, Luisa, for sponsoring this video. And without further ado, we'll get into the rest of the video. Okay, so into this video. Tip number 1 would be to evaluate how you speak to yourself. Now, I think it's so easy for us to all get caught up into a habit of just having that inner monologue running on in our heads and not even really thinking twice in regard to what it might actually be saying. So you could be stuck in this mindset of thinking like, oh, I'm never gonna be that good. Oh, my art isn't that good yet, or I don't look like that, or any limiting belief that you just have going on repeat in your head. And you might just become so used to hearing it that you forget that it's actually in there and that it's actually doing more harm than good for you. What I find really helpful is hanging affirmations around my room. So I'll put like quotes on my door, I'll put affirmations on anywhere, like on my mirror and stuff, and I'll just look at them and repeat them to myself whenever I walk by them. So setting reminders on your phone to like pop up at random times during the day with affirmations would be actually super cool. Speak to yourself matters, and you need to be your number 1 hype queen, okay? You need to be, you don't necessarily need a sidekick cheering you on. You need to be that sidekick. You need to be like, yeah, girl, you go get it, because you are worth it and you are able to do anything you set your mind to. So you need to get yourself in that headspace so you can like be your number 1 cheerleader. Number 2 is to be in alignment and in touch with your emotions. Think of your emotions as like a gauging system to see how, like, where you are on the spectrum, and you can use that to evaluate where you are in your life. So you're like, okay, right now I'm feeling sad, and right now I'm feeling inadequate or not enough. So I'm taking this as a sign. I'm not gonna dwell in it, but I'm gonna take it as a sign to reevaluate things in my life. Again, maybe I'll reevaluate how I'm talking to myself, like we talked about earlier. Or I'll look at my relationships. Who am I surrounding myself with? Am I surrounding myself with positive people, or am I surrounding myself with people I feel like I have to compete with? What am I looking at on social media? Am I constantly spending time on my phone comparing myself to others instead of living life? Or those kinds of things you can be thinking about, and use your emotions to gauge whether or not you need to be paying attention to those things. Basically, your emotions can help you to see where you are, so you then know what you can do to feel more confident and to feel better about yourself. Tip number 3, piggybacking off of my second tip, tip number 3 would be to reevaluate who you follow on social media. Personally, I would say social media for me has been both a blessing and a curse. I don't know about you, but I have also really fallen victim before quite a lot to comparing myself to other people on social media, and then sometimes, most of the time, that leaves me feeling insecure about myself. I would definitely recommend as a tip to definitely reevaluate who you follow on social media. And again, all these tips will end up working with each other, because you can also use your emotions, like I said, to think about whether or not you should be following someone. If you're following someone and you're getting these weird vibes like, oh, I feel like I'm inadequate when I look at their page, then maybe you shouldn't be following them, or maybe you should mute them if you don't want to necessarily unfollow them. If you're constantly surrounding yourself with information that makes you feel inferior, that's not really going to build you up. You want to be following people that inspire you, that encourage you to be the best version of yourself, and that motivate you to take care of your body, take care of yourself, and to feel more confident and more empowered in your skin. Another thing I heard from someone, or someone told me a long time ago, that I thought was really important, that stuck with me, was when you're looking on social media, you're seeing someone's highlight reel. You're not seeing their actual life, which is so important, because I think when we fall into that comparison trap, you're comparing your real reality to that person's highlight reel. And that's why you feel inferior and inadequate. I bet if you saw what was behind that person's highlight reel and saw their actual life, you wouldn't be so quick to compare yourself to them, not because their life is bad, but because it's more authentic. And once you guys realize that we're all unique individuals, you won't necessarily feel inclined to compare yourself to other people, because you'll know that you were born on this earth to be unique and to give a specific purpose. And it's okay if you're not the same as everyone else, because you were never meant to be the same. You were meant to be unique and offer your uniqueness and your wisdom to the world. And yeah, so going into tip number 4, that was about all I had to say for social media. But going into tip number 4, this is probably my most favorite tip, because I personally have seen the value and have taken so much from putting into practice this tip, and that is to take on new hobbies. So if I give you some background and go back to last year, when I was kind of struggling with finding my way out and healing my relationship with food, I would say my only hobbies were exercise and talking about food, thinking about food, and cooking food. And that was not good at all. I mean, I still like cooking, but to be honest, not anywhere as much as I was obsessed with it before. Since quarantine, I've immersed myself in so many hobbies outside of food that I can definitely tell that my confidence has increased and has definitely improved. Basically, taking on those hobbies like painting, singing, doing art, reading even, they helped me to realize that my worth lied more than just in a number or a body or what food I was eating. And therefore, when I had more things to base my sense of self-worth on, I was able to feel more confident, because the balance of my worth wasn't only oscillating between two things. Instead, I was basing it off how I felt when I read a good book, or how excited I was to talk about a book with other people, the happiness I felt when I finished a really good piece of art that I was super proud of, how free I felt when I was singing a song that I really liked. My worth became based on other things, and that really improved my confidence. I don't know if that's necessarily a way to explain how it improved my confidence, but it really did, and I'm so grateful for that. Okay, so I apologize, my camera died, so we are finishing this video on my phone, so I apologize if the quality and the angle isn't the same. But going off on my final tip number 5, that is to think about how you choose to express yourself. So even for me, if I'm being honest, I'm still figuring out how I want to style myself, like how I like to dress, like how I like to express myself in general. I think it's different from person to person, but my favorite way to figure out how I like to express myself is I love making Pinterest boards. And it can be a mood board, it can be anything you want, but I love going on Pinterest and picking out palettes and like color palettes and outfits that I like or that I see that I think I would really like to wear, and adding them all to a board and then looking at that board and picking out the items that stand out to me the most. Like if I favorite a lot of items and then I see that a lot of them include like a pleated skirt or a pair of mom jeans or like a certain kind of crop top, I'll then go on like Depop, or when I go thrifting, I'll keep an eye out for those kinds of items, and then I'll add them to my closet when I find them, and then it's a part of my wardrobe, and then I'll wear them, and it helps me to feel more confident. Definitely figuring out what you like to wear, how you like to dress, and dressing in a way that makes you feel confident, not necessarily abiding by what other people expect you to wear, is definitely something that improved my confidence. When you stop dressing and presenting yourself to appease other people and instead start working to appease yourself, it's a whole other ball game, and you feel so much freer and your confidence goes up because you're working on you for you. You're not doing it for anyone else. And I think that's one of the most empowering things that you can, if you do take away from this video, one of the most empowering things you can do is to stop living for other people and to start living for yourself. One of my favorite books ever that has really helped me, I haven't read it in a while and I probably will reread it because it's that good. It's called The Self-Love Experiment by Shannon Kaiser, and I will leave a picture of it here, and I will also leave a link to it in the description box. But if you're interested in reading it, I highly recommend it. It's about her journey to loving herself, and in it there's so many powerful affirmations that you can repeat to yourself, and just building your confidence again stems from a place of self-love and truly loving yourself. So I know I didn't include this in the video, but I think it's really self-implied that to be more confident in yourself, it's so important to practice self-care and taking time for yourself, because when you do those little things, it might seem small, it might seem like it doesn't make a difference, but every time you choose to do that, every time you choose to fuel your body, every time you choose to do a face mask or take a night off or treat yourself to something, whatever it may be, you're putting yourself first, and that adds up over time to you understanding your worth and identifying that you are worthy and you are enough. And I just think that's so important and such a key tool in building your confidence and feeling more confidence in general. Overall, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, to click the subscribe button and the bell icon so you know when I post videos next. But other than that, that's going to conclude this video. Again, I'm leaving a link in the description box down below to the Ana Luisa products, and also the discount code. If you are interested, you can enter ZoeAlexis10 at checkout to get 10% off. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Know that I'm sending so much love and good vibes to you, and I know you are capable of anything you set your mind to. And I'll just leave you all with that, and I will see you in the next video.